So the next movie would be the movie called Inceptions. I love Inception just for the idea behind behind it, how you could uh, go into a dream, create worlds, create things in the world, find out people's deepest secrets, fight, and just everything about it. Just the sound effect, the world upside down. Everything is just so messed up. It's just so interesting. The dream world. It intrigued me because I am a dreamer. I dream a lot, and that's why it compelled me to this movie. This movie relate to me because I dream a lot. I have very real dream, and good and bad, and they're really real to me. And that's why Inception, really hooked me. I love the actions. I love the dream sequence. I love the sound effect. I just love the destruction of it. It's just everything about this movie is just all about dream. It's just pieces and all put together really well, but yet at the same time seems so messed up. So if you guys want to do a review, I would do it. But so that's Inception. So the eighth movie that is on my favorite the eighth movie that's on my shelf would be the movie called V for Vendetta. I love this movie because it's the fundamental, I guess, the fundamental moral of the story is to always to fight was right. To fight was right, and fight was what you that the government should do for you. And you have to protest. You have to fight for things that you believe is right. I can't stress that enough, especially in this day and age, I should say. That V for Vendetta, he is he doesn't have a face, but he is an idea. So the idea represent something that the government or someone that cannot destroy the idea. It can destroy the person, but it cannot destroy the idea behind it. So that's why it's so V for Vendetta is so symbolic in that form, and that that it just relate to me, and it relate to me as a rebel. That he is a rebel, in the country of I guess you could say Great Britain. He's fighting for the people, right? That we gotta fight. For what's right, and we gotta fight to hold the government, the politician accountable. And this one man took that upon himself to do what others can't do, and he ultimately paid the price for all of us in the movie V for Vendetta. That's why I love this movie, V for Vendetta. It's not the man behind the mask, it's the idea behind the mask. Remember that. V for Vendetta. One of my favorite action movie, probably of all time, would be The Matrix. I remember buying The Matrix at a Target, and I bought it in VHS, and I still have it till this day. Upstairs in the shelf, but I had the Blu-ray version too. And when I first watched it, I was just literally mind blowing. The gun sequence, the action sequence, the idea behind being the one, kind of reminiscent of Jesus, the Messiah, and and at the fight, and the fight against good and evil, the chase, everything is just so new and relevant at that time, and is still relevant till this day. About the Messiah, the coming, are we living in this augmented reality? So I just love about this movie. It was a groundbreaking movie at the time, and even though I watched all these other movies, action movie, and I compared it to The Matrix, and all those movies, they step up to it, but not up above The Matrix. When I watched Matrix, and you still look like all the action, the subplot, there's subliminal messages are still relevant to today, and it's still good as it were back then until today. So that's why I watch The Matrix every now and then to remind myself how good the movie was, and it still is till this day. It's one of the best movies, action sci-fi movie I've seen so far. So that is The Matrix, the first one, not the second one, not the third one, but the first one. Slumdog Millionaire. I love this movie because it's about this guy. He fell in love when he was little. He fell in love with this girl, and he was willing to do whatever it takes to go and find her, even that it was going on the Who Want to Be a Millionaire, the show, to get her attention, to find her. And along the way, he's witnessed tragedy, suffering, loss, all those things, and that this movie is so human, so human that and those are the things that we witness in our everyday lives: love, sadness, happiness, tragedy, desire. This movie does display all of it, and it also display the mysticism a little bit in it too, and so this and the poverty of this movie, it also shows that too, and how how poor some of these countries can be, but yet he rise above it and answer all these questions, so he can bring back the love the woman of his life back to him. And that's why I love this movie. It's just such a beautiful love story. It's not conventional. It's really unorthodox. It's not one of those you meet each other. I mean, you do meet each other, but there's really it's a journey to hardship, tragedy, and sadness. To find the one that you love. So Slumdog Millionaire is one of my favorite movies. I watched it a lot, and I still do watch it. Slumdog Millionaire. The next movie I think is a great movie. Another great sci-fi movie or action movie would be District 9. District 9 is such an engrossing movie to watch. It had that. The two things that I draw from this movie was, there was the main character had a switch of role. He went from a human to an alien, and then during the process, at the beginning, he was a human prosecuting alien, and then in the process of becoming an alien himself, he himself being prosecuted by the alien, by the human, and him himself was being used as a guinea pig as before. So he was being persecuted and being tormented as an outsider. And this movie had a lot of undertone about racism, about people who are on the outside, people who are not like you, people who are different, and you get discriminated because of your color, your race, and you get you're being exploited because of that. And it also, this movie showed that the tragedy of it, the tragedy of he lost his human look, but he hasn't lost his humanity. He lost his wife because he can never show his face to his wife, and then he's technically a human alien because he transformed into an alien like the alien that he was persecuting. So this movie is, the undertone of this movie is such, it really reminiscent to today about racism, discrimination, judgmental, all that, and this still has you when you watch it, you still see it. So I appreciate it that this director, used that under the skin of an action sci-fi movie. But if you were a movie enthusiast, you would pick those things out, and you appreciate that they took the director took the time and effort to embed those messages under the skin for us audience to depict from.